let me ask you a question. How long should people be dating before they move in together?
Are we signing leases?
Let's say one person moves into the other's house. Like one person already has a house or an apartment or something that they own, and the other person moves in.
A month.
A month?
A month. If you're into each other, a month, because that way you're going to get to know them pretty quickly.
So you would get rid of your house, pack up all your things, and move into the house of a woman you've known for 1 month. You would do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be serious, if it's in the back of your head that this is it, this is the one, maybe this could be the one. Yeah. Get it out of the way, because you're going to know within the first 3 days if it's going to work.
Wow.
I say you keep your house just for the first month. If you can last past that first 3-4 days, yeah.
Right.
But moving in with somebody, that tells you a hell of a lot more than going out to a movie and then dinner you'll ever find out about them.
Well, I'm asking you because we found out today that Olivia Wilde packed up all her stuff, officially left Jason Sudeikis, and moved in with Harry Styles.
So they are serious.
Moved into Harry Styles' house. Moved into his house. She's got 2 kids. She's got a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old that I think are living with Jason for the most part. She's been off making this movie with Harry Styles. She just wrapped it over the weekend. And let me say something. You know, I've been doing extra work, and I've been afraid to go do like just extra work because I feel like the COVID thing, they don't fully have that under control. You know, they say they do, and I'm never quite convinced, you know. So Olivia Wilde wraps this movie, and part of their whole COVID protocol is everybody wears a mask, you stay 6 feet, you get tested every 2 days. She's there during the wrap, like hugging people. You're not supposed to hug anybody, like no touching. You're not allowed to touch. She's hugging people. She's kissing them. She's all over. But like everybody, she's like going down the list. She's like, oh, there's my assistant director. Oh, there's our lovely people who did the makeup and the hair. I mean, girl, I know you appreciate them. And I know that you're happy that the movie's over. But I mean, it's still a pandemic. And you're going to go move in with Harry Styles. We got to protect the Harry Styles from the COVID.
Right. But I'm thinking, as far as he's concerned, Olivia Wilde wants to move in with you. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
And you would move in a month with Harry Styles, no problem.
Why would I wait a month?
Exactly. So he's going, yeah, bonus. And I think he's really into her.
Yeah, he's really into her. And I think there was some story, either he had said it or a friend of his had reported to the tabloids. He always had a crush on her, like the rest of us, like the rest of the guys I know, when they saw her in House. So he apparently has always had a crush on her, always. So, and now he gets to date her. So I guess, I mean, look, you know, they say don't meet your heroes, but I guess he's dating her and it's going well because they've only been together a couple of months, but they did do a movie together. And if you've ever been on the set with somebody, it's like dog years. It's like 1 week is like 7 months. So even though they've only known each other a short period of time, in La La Land, it's like years. I mean, they're together like years.
Wow. And the thing is she is 13 from House. So you did see her all the time in House. And B, she doesn't have a problem bringing a third into the bedroom.
In real life?
Yeah. What?
That was her character. I don't think that's her.
No, that's in my head that she's into chicks too. So don't take that away from me.
Oh no, that was 13. 13 was into chicks. She's Olivia Wilde. I don't think she's into chicks. Maybe she is. I don't really know anything about her sex life, but as far as I know, she's.
Give me the fantasy that she tells him, "Yeah, you can keep Tinder." Can you imagine being that Tinder girl showing up at the house? Harry Styles opens the door with Olivia Wilde. Hold on, I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. I'll be right back.
And then can I call my ex, all my exes, and be like,
and
call them on FaceTime, be like, you're never going to believe where I am. Yeah, totally. Speaking of dating and Tinder and all that, you haven't been in the dating world for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of new dating terms that let's do a little quiz, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the dating term and you tell me what you think it means,
Oh, no.
what you think it is. Okay. So you've heard of ghosting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So ghosting is when you start dating somebody and then you decide you don't like them. So you just completely blow them off. You don't break up with them. You just ghost them. You're just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a term called soft ghosting. Do you know what that is?
Soft ghosting. Let's say you contact them, but you never see them again.
No. No, that's ghosting.
No, you talk to them, but you don't see them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, right, you keep texting or messaging them, but you don't actually make plans to see them.
Right. You saw them once, and you keep them around to get those nudie pictures every now and then.
Right. No. So soft ghosting is when you like one of their pictures on Instagram, or maybe you like a text, but you don't actually reply. You don't leave messages. You don't DM. You're just sort of like, you're there, but you don't contact them.
Nice. So
Yeah.
they just get a thumbs up every now and then on Facebook.
Yeah. They'll be on Instagram. They'll be like, wait, he just liked my picture, yet I haven't heard from him in 6 months.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's weird. I think it's really weird. Do you know what it means to be corona zoned?
That you can't come over, you can't hang out because you're afraid of getting sick.
Exactly.
Huh,
Yep.
good.
You have the relationship, but no physical part. So you stay in touch, you do Zoom, you do FaceTime, but you don't actually get together. So you've been corona zoned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is lock blocking?
That's what you've done to me my whole life. That's when you and I would go out to a nightclub.
Yeah.
And you would stand next to me. That's exactly what that is.
No, that's another type of blocking. No, lock blocking is when every time, so if you live in a city where there's lockdown rules and you keep canceling dates because you're like, oh, sorry, lockdown. Love to have lunch with you, but lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's called lock blocking. There's something else called zumping. Do you know what zumping is?
No, I don't even know where to begin with that. I'm thinking that's a sexual term, I hope.
It sounds like it should be like, oh, she zumped me last night, or that dog is zumping my leg. No. Okay, think about what is something that we are doing, maybe even right now, something new in our culture that starts with a Z.
Zooming.
Exactly. So if you take zooming and dumping, zumping is somebody who breaks up with you over Zoom.
Oh, so you ask them to get online and talk to you, and then you say, hey, by the way, see ya, and then they hang up?
Yep, exactly. You're just like, hi, sorry, I know it's not going to work out. Okay, thank you, bye. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you know what woke fishing is?
Woke fishing.
Yeah. Think about it.
Woke means you can't get anything past me.
What? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Woke? No,
I'm woke. You can't get that past me. I'm smart.
Do you not know what woke? Okay, so woke is a guy who is like into, I don't know, like a guy that says he's a feminist, or he goes to Black Lives Matter protests, or he's pro LGBTQ. Like being
He's
woke
hip.
means, yeah, like being hip. Exactly. Being woke means like you're hip, but you're hip to like, I don't know, like
2021.
social activism types of things. Like you're woke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So woke fishing is when a guy pretends to be woke, but he really isn't. He doesn't practice what he preaches. So he will start, like he'll go on Bumble and he'll see a girl that be like, only men who are into BLM. And he'll be like, yeah, swipe. And then he'll be talking to her about like, I don't know, some protest he went to, or some, pro-feminist thing, or some like anti-patriarchy kind of thing. But he doesn't really practice what he preaches. He's just trying to get in her pants.
So it's kind of like, I'm cool with your gay best friend, but when it comes down to it, I'm not cool with your gay best friend.
Exactly. Do you know what roaching is? Roaching is a new dating term.
That's what guys call when they went out with you. Are you dating Cooper tonight? Yes, you're roaching. That means you're dating a roach.
It's so funny you would say that because have you noticed, you watch American Pickers like I do, right?
Right.
So on American Pickers, whenever whenever Mike comes up with something that is just like old and gross, he's like, I was going to buy it, but it was like totally roached out.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought like roached out, like that's interesting. I like that term, but that's not what roaching is. Roaching is what happens when the person you've been seeing is hiding the fact that they've been dating other people. So the name roaching comes from the theory that whenever you see one cockroach, there's probably a lot more that you're not seeing.
I thought it was when you turn on the lights. Once you wake up in the morning, you run.
That's good. That's what roaching should be. Like, exactly. Like you brought a guy home, you've had sex with him, and then in the morning, the sun comes up and he's gone. The roach.
Because the light came on.
The light came up, the sun came up, he's gone. Yeah, that does make more sense. What is getting love bombed? That's a biggie. I've heard that one a lot. Love bombed.
Love bombed.
Yeah.
No clue.
Okay, so love bombed, it's a lot like ghosting, but the person buys you gifts and compliments you and calls you just to say hello or, hey, I was thinking about you, or flowers show up at work, and then suddenly nothing. Like, ghosting is like when you're just dating somebody and they just don't like you anymore. They just blow you off and with no explanation. Love bombing is when you really you pour it on, you're like, wow, this guy's really into me, and then gone, nothing.
Well, when you're dating a bunch of people at once, you always have that one that if she became really into you, you're dropping everybody else. So
Right.
That's what happened with that.
Yeah, but why would you bombard somebody with flowers and texts and sending them like, oh, here's your favorite pizza, I knew you were hungry tonight after work.
It's a game.
Oh,
It's all it is a game. We're playing a game to keep you
it's a
around.
lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to blow somebody off.
Yeah, but we're keeping you in runner-up category.
Do you know the term benching? There's another dating term for you.
Yeah, when I've been dating you for a while and I'm putting you on the bench.
Right. Because exactly what you just said, that you're dating somebody, you like her, but you're waiting for the better girl to come along. So you bench the one girl hoping that your star player will show up.
Right. You're gonna have to pitch hit at some point. So you're gonna get that text at 3 a.m.
Right.
Hey, are you awake? So yeah,
Exactly.
if you're getting the text at 3 a.m.
You're on
and
the
not at
bench.
3 p.m., you're on the bench.
You're on the bench. Yeah, 100%. Now, here's another one. Now, it's funny because I had this friend. So when I was in my 20s and dating, I had this friend that I could not believe. I set her up with a guy friend of mine, and he's like, that was the worst date I've ever been on. I'm like, why was it so bad? He's like, it felt like a job interview. It wasn't like a natural conversation. It wasn't just like two people hanging out and let's have a good time. She was like, well, what are your plans for the future? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Why do you want to work at this company? Like there was a lot of weird questions. She just was very serious. And I never set her up again after that. Well, now there's a term for it. It's called a daterview. Okay. When somebody is like, yeah.
Interviewed.
Exactly. It's more like a job interview than like flirting. Like, when was your last relationship? Do you want kids? What's your opinion on moving to the East Coast and living in a restored farmhouse? Like, that kind of stuff.
I think I would rather have a date with somebody like that than somebody that just sits there. I mean, you got to realize what kind of business that the person that you're dating is in. Let's say you're dating somebody who's in HR. She's going to ask you those questions. If you're going to date you or I, we're going to ask you questions nonstop because we're interviewing you.
But there shouldn't be an interview. You shouldn't know those things about somebody. Your first date, I think your first 3 to 10 dates should just be having
10
fun.
dates. No, you got to learn, and you don't want awkward silence.
No, but you just want to have fun with the person. Like, ask them about, I don't know, just see the story about the Gorilla Glue girl and her hair. Like, what do you think of that? Like, there's so many things you can talk about without being like, where did you go to college? What was your GPA? What are your plans for the future? Do you want children? Like, that's just not fun. It's like, it's too serious, and it says, I want to get married on Saturday.
Yeah, but I think that's them learning everything they can about you. I'm into that. So,
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
I'll
Because I
take-
feel like,
I'll
all
take
right.
the interview.
Okay, that's interesting. I feel like, I remember I had this one girlfriend that when David's Bridal had their wedding dress sale, they do this big thing every year that brides fly in from all over the country because they sell like the high end, top end wedding dresses for like $100 each.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a girlfriend that like she came in from Miami for a dress. And I was like, oh my God, you're engaged? She's like, no. Like, you're not engaged? No. Well, does your boyfriend know you're coming to buy? I don't have a boyfriend. Wait, you're single and you're flying to New York to buy a wedding dress? I just, maybe you want to have the guy first and then maybe but what if the guy doesn't want a wedding and now you've got this wedding dress? It sounds so stupid.
Yeah. When he goes through your closet and sees a wedding dress, he's going to run.
What does the dating term orbiting mean?
That's when you're kind of dating a bunch of people, but you're just kind of looking and seeing what's going on before you scoop in.
That does sound like what it should mean. Here's what it means. Okay. If you ever had a relationship fizzle out, but then you keep realizing the person constantly watches your Instagram stories and likes your post on Twitter or wherever, you're being orbited. Orbit is a trick some people use to let a former fling know that they're still interested-ish.
That's called stalking. And that's called being very creepy.